Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ether Hub. I'm Simon, bringing you more MTG news and lore. For those of you watching early in the Vorthos army on Patreon, thank you as always for your continued support of the channel. If you too want to catch videos early along with other perks, consider joining the Vorthos army by checking the link in the video's description below. Okay guys, today I have a good one for you. It's time to talk the elephant in the room, or in this case, the Knight-Errant in the room. Okay, I admit, that sounded better in my head, but you know what I'm talking about. That's right, Eslpeth is back! Sort of, in Guilds of Ravnica. Okay, so now that I got your attention with that line and the video's title, I do have to cover a few things first. No, she is not getting a new card, and no, her reprint of Eslpeth Knight-Errant isn't being reprinted in Guilds of Ravnica proper. It's actually a part of the Planeswalker Masterpiece series with Guilds of Ravnica. To be even more clear, no, you won't be able to find these in normal Guilds of Ravnica packs like previous masterpieces. These are only included in a special mythic sealed product available only on the Hasbro store site for a whopping 250 bucks. It does include some random Guilds of Ravnica packs and the other Masterpiece Planeswalkers, but yeah, I'm not getting it. That's way too pricey for cards that I think should be included in the individual packs, just like every other Masterpiece series. Sorry Eslpeth, maybe we'll meet again in another set. Now to the actual point of this video. This new amazing art for Masterpiece Eslpeth Knight-Errant by Baga. First off, it's beautiful, well deserving of the title Masterpiece, but the art itself tells us a tale of a knight that's sure to return. Let's break that down. Well, we last saw Eslpeth on the plane of Theros going against the insane Satyr Planeswalker Xenagos as he achieved godhood and threatened the pantheon of gods on that plane. Although it wasn't actually her fault, the main god, the big man, Heliod, charged her, Eslpeth, his personal champion, with correcting this injustice. Eslpeth did the job she was charged and defeated the god of revels, and what was her reward? Eslpeth was stabbed in the back by Heliod himself. Why? Because she was a planeswalker, loved by the people. She knew more than Heliod, and could eventually threaten his seat of power. He was jealous, so he killed her. Luckily, Eslpeth died on a plane where the dead aren't really gone for good. Her soul and her remains were taken to Nyx, well, the underworld really, which is a part of the Nyx or godly realm. This is watched over by Erebos, Theros' god of the dead, shepherd of the souls and all that jazz. In this new art, you can see the final moment of Eslpeth's life. Just look at her armor on her chest plate. That's the lasting reminder of Heliod's betrayal. What an asshole. In her hands, she carries two objects, a mask of the dead and a lantern from the underworld. You've seen this in art on a bunch of different cards from that set, basically anything that involved the underworld, undead, or Erebos in general. They're signs that in this art, she truly is in the underworld. From what we know of the underworld, we know that the gold mask is super important to the undead there. Traditionally, when someone dies on Theros, they're crafted a clay mask and laid to rest. They only ever don a gold mask for when they decide to leave the underworld and become what is known as a returned, a zombie of Theros. The returned are unique in MTG in that they're undead but still have their minds. Although they lose any memory of their former selves and cannot create new long-term memories, they're not flesh-eating monsters, although some can be kinda mean. When a return decides to, well, return, they shatter their clay mask, leaving their old personality behind and craft gold ones to cover their formless, eyeless faces as a pseudo-personality for the one they abandoned. This is key when thinking about the curious case of Eslpeth's return. If she was a true returned, her face would be all formless, her memories lost, her traits retained, but she loses what makes her her. But guys, let me tell you, Eslpeth ain't gonna be some returned. At least, I hope not. But it depends on how you look at this new art. I, for one, believe that she's taking off this gold mask, revealing her normal face, full of that personality and the memories that we know will make her an amazing returning character. The other way to look at it, however, is Eslpeth is putting the golden mask on. She's getting ready to lose it all and become a returned, forever changing her character. Now, I think she's rejecting it because her face is still, normal looking, despite being dead in the underworld. And I'm hoping she stays like that. Despite this being alternate masterpiece art for a reprint of her card and an expensive supplemental product, I believe this art tells us a lot of her story to come. Eslpeth is alive, well, alive in the underworld sense, and she's holding onto her own personality, her own memories and traits that we know and love. She's carrying the wounds of her fall, waiting for her chance to leave and possibly seek retribution. Ajani, after Bolas, will go to his friend and free her, and they'll take the fight right to the gods. This is what this art tells me. What story does it paint for you? What do you think this means for Elspeth's story? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if you want to get this video early along with scores of other perks, consider joining the Vorthos army over on Patreon by checking the link provided in the video's description below. You can also show support by throwing this video a like, leaving a comment, subscribing, and sharing it across the multiverse. And guys, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time here on the Ether Hub.